Today I'm going to do a real quick review of the Garmin handlebar mounts for a few GPSs. On the left I have the handlebar mount for the Dakota 20. In the middle I have the handlebar mount for the Nuvi 500, and on the right is the handlebar mount for the Garmin GPSMAP 60 CSX. So the first one I'll talk about is the mount for the Dakota 20. This goes on your handlebars. They only make, at the time I bought this, a 1-inch version. So most handlebars nowadays on mountain bikes are coming at 1 1/8". So you're kind of screwed having to use an older bike or older handlebars. The cradle that your GPS goes in locks right into this. This is secure. Your GPS then slides in here and it's held in place. However, on many occasions I have been going down dirt roads or rough trails and my GPS has just flown right off the bike, and I'll put some video at the end of what happened when I was in Canada and using this GPS after I had had it for maybe a week. I bought it specifically to go to Canada, and I was out in the middle of nowhere riding down a trail and the GPS fell off. So highly not recommended. It's supposed to click in, and there's a little tiny indent that goes into this, and it's just not secure enough to actually hold it. So under rough conditions, maybe on a paved road, although I don't even think I'd trust it on a paved road. You hit a bad bump, this is going to pop right off. So not recommended at all. So this is the mount for the Dakota 20, and I'm going to assume the unit has to slip in here and somehow attach, and boy, that seems extremely secure. We shall see in real life, but that seems much more secure than Garmin's version holder. Now, when you buy these things, you have to buy some extra pieces. Okay, so here is the handlebar mount. It appears it comes with two different bases that are going to hook onto your handlebars. They both seem to be sized for 1-inch handlebars again. This one is at an angle downward. I don't know if you can tell. Probably if your handlebars had some slope to them, you would want to use this one. This one is more flexible and flat. So I am going to hook that up, and I guess you hook that up to here, and then this unit is going to rotate into there. But what I have to do first is get that to disconnect somehow. There we go. And I have to screw these together. I'm going to take this screw and try to place it in there. Then I'm going to take the other piece and screw it into there. I'm a little worried this screw is going to be too long and stick out, so I'm going to use one of the shorter screws that they gave me. Drop a screw in there and take another shorter screw and start screwing that together. Okay, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but the piece that goes on your handlebars fits in here really easy, and what happens is your this piece that goes on your handlebars is going to compress it so that it kind of is locked on. I'm going to have to put it on the handlebars to demonstrate this, and to put it on the handlebars you take this tie wrap and just wrap it around the handlebars. So these handlebars are oversized carbon fiber handlebars. I'm going to wrap this around. Wrap it around the same way. I already made a mistake. I forgot to put this on my handlebars, so this is rotating, but I'll have to cut the tie wraps and get some other tie wraps to do this correctly. But let's just see how this seems to be. I try to put this on here. Seems good. And I will put this GPS in here. That seems pretty good. I would like to show you that there is a hole right here, and they provided a clip so I can hook that and use my lanyard here and hook everything together, so even if it does fall off, it won't go very far. I'll say right off the bat that the one thing I don't like a lot is it rides pretty high up off the handlebars compared to the Garmin mount. But if it holds it instead of dropping it, I'll be happy with it. So the mount for the Garmin 60 CSX works the same way. Takes the handlebar thing that's only 1 inch, again, as far as at least a couple years ago. I don't know if they have better now. Your little plate that holds the GPS on attaches nice and securely. The GPS on the Garmin 60 has a little thing you can put on it that hooks into here, and your GPS on this end hooks into here. This is again kind of a little, just a little indent and a little thing like that, and I've never had this GPS fall off my bike. However, under hard jarring, like when I've done the Deerfield Dirt Road Randonnée, I've had numerous instances where you're going speeding along down a downhill and the GPS shuts off. And I believe that is because of the way the batteries are. The batteries are kind of not really spring-loaded. There's just little clips, and I think the and they're very flimsy. They're not real sturdy clips. So I think the battery loses contact, you know, under, or something goes wrong. So I do like this GPS. This is actually my favorite GPS. I like it better than the Dakota because of the buttons, make it really easy to use and fast to navigate. The Dakota has a touch screen, and it's not wonderful. It's not like an iPad touchscreen or iPod touchscreen or iPhone touchscreen that actually works well. It's kind of flaky. But anyway, the batteries in this are more securely fastened with oh, they're the same way. I thought they were on springs, but I have yet to lose contact though, going down rough trails or anything. I've lost the whole GPS, but I haven't had it shut off. Matter of fact, the day I lost it, it was still turned on. So anyway, that's a little bit of those. Now, because of the difficulties I've been having, oh, I forgot. This is how this is supposed to look. This is one of my earlier ones. I accidentally hit this while the GPS was not on the bike, and it bent it and broke right off. I'd like to say also that I have broken this over tightening it. It's a very brittle plastic. This is a brittle plastic. I don't know why they can't make these of a more rubbery, flexible kind of plastic. They are brittle. I bet I could break this bending it. There you go. That's how easy they break. So here's the RAM mount for the Garmin GPSMAP 60, and I'm going to screw this little thing that comes with your 60 into the back, and it appears you go like that. Didn't really snap in, but it seems pretty secure. It's a little bit difficult to get it out of there, which is a good thing. So that's looking good. It looks like I have to do the same thing as before and take my mount and mount it on here with these screws and bolts. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. So I'm going to put this piece of rubber on here. Damn sticky. Crap, it's kind of And it got some wrinkles in it. Oh well. Then I have this flat thing. I wish this were attached to this because I just dropped it and it was forever trying to find it. But it's not. And thread this one through. And before I cinch these down, I'm going to put this GPS on here. So, again, it's pretty high up on the handlebars compared to the Garmin mounts. Whoops, I need to get that back. Rotate around. Okay, so that's good. Hopefully this won't move when I cinch it up. So there's my Garmin mounted on the handlebars. A lot higher than it used to be, but not bad. Hopefully, well, it's still pretty wiggly, you know? It's that spring-loaded mechanism that they have for holding this on. So I'm going to go take this out, give it a spin, see if my GPS falls off, or what happens to it. So, I'll be right back. So I just got back from my ride and the GPS did not fall off and it did not shut off. But when you hit bumps, it rattles a lot. So I'm going to try to demonstrate that by going down this trail here. This trail is nowhere near as rough or as steep as what I was just riding on, but I think you can see how it shakes a lot. So, kind of annoying, but at least it didn't fall off. The next handlebar mount I have is for the Garmin Nuvi 500. And it also is only 1 inch. The little ball here attaches to your Nuvi just like it does in your car. And I don't know if you can imagine this, but this sitting on your handlebars, you go over a few bumps, there's no tension adjustment here. This just is kind of easily jarred. What happens is your GPS tends to be tilted like this on your handlebars instead of nice and flat for you to see. And I have yet to have it fall off, but I'm so nervous about it because it always goes to about that position and is pretty much useless. So I've never taken this anywhere but on paved roads, and you know, over time on a paved road the bumps tilted up like that. So again, another GPS mount, terrible on the part of Garmin. This is a nice screen, it's got the topo maps and everything, but the battery life now on this originally was pretty good. I might be able to go for a 5 or 6 hour ride without the GPS dying, but now I don't even think I can go for a 1 hour ride. The battery life is so bad, so I have to buy a new battery for this. That is one thing I do like about the Dakota. It takes AA batteries, so if you're on a long trip anywhere, you could replace your batteries quite easily. Same with the Garmin GPSMAP 60 CSX. It also takes AA batteries. So I'm sorry I didn't purchase the RAM mount for the Nuvi, but here's my conclusion. For the Dakota 20, definitely stay away from the Garmin mount. I would get the RAM mount. For the 60 CSX or that family, I would get the Garmin mount probably because of the lower profile and less wiggling, but the RAM mount would be okay also. For the Nuvi 500, I would definitely never even consider the Garmin mount, and I assume that the RAM mount is superior. So that's it. Now, let's watch some video from Canada. So this really sucks. I have a Garmin Dakota 20, which I have was coming down either this hill or the hill before it, and it fell right off my bike. Because it's no longer on my handlebars, and it was there when I started the downhill, and there's no fucking way I can find it. It really sucks. It's just, who knows where the hell it could be. Here's the mount. World's worst GPS mount. Gotta tell you. That thing does not hold your GPS on at all. Piece of shit. Fucking Garmin. And I just bought the map source software for this, City Navigator, which can only be unlocked on that one device, so I'm fucked there probably. I don't know if they'll let me transfer it to another device if I buy one, which I don't ever think I'll buy another Garmin. Fucking assholes. Piece of shit bike mount. God damn it. Holy crap. I cannot believe how lucky I am. I found it, and it is still actually working. The screen sucks on this device. It's always dim, really dim. Bugs are biting me, that's why I keep doing this, but I found it unbelievable.